shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. Hope y'all had a great week. Hope y'all will excuse my absence last week. But while the music was playing, CW was
hair dancing.
Just saying, how was your week, my brother?
It was a good week, and I'm glad to be sitting down here. I haven't even kicked my shoes off yet. I don't have my comfortable pants on or nothing. I came in skidding, and I just stopped to hit the chair, and here I am. It was a busy day.
Heard you had company today.
I did. Ricky Baird come to see me. Dan came to see me. They'll both be in the side chat here at some point. Good day. We had some venison hot dogs.
Oh boy!
Fiddled around in the reloading room and had a good time. Had a real good time. Made a couple of videos last week. The temperatures are starting to warm up. You know, we're out of the negative numbers, but we're still in the single digits in the morning. And this morning was a little bit of a black backslide. We got up to, I think it got up to 9 one or 2 days, and it was back down to 2 this morning.
That just sounds painful.
So, 9.
Well,
That's
it almost gets to freezing as a high temperature. I think it was 33 today. But next week they're calling for temps in the 40s. So and it's starting, next few days here. So I'm really starting to hope that next Tuesday I can get to the range. That's going to be a beautiful thing. Talked to Uncle Bob today, and he's ready to go. So
Uncle Bob's always ready to go.
He's you don't even know. It's like a little kid at Christmas. He is hooked on the gun range like. Mike Hillbilly, how was your week?
Oh man, pretty good. We've actually seen a 36 degree change in weather today. Went from like 32 to upper 60s, and
whoa,
yeah. And so I was hoping to get some shooting in this afternoon, but the stinking wind picked up really bad, and even if you're shooting a heavy bullet, the wind's not going to really bother. I mean, it's just mic issues, when that wind starts blowing. And so
I'll be more quiet.
But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get out there tomorrow and get some shooting done, except for we got a chance of rain. So I hope that misses us. But yeah, it's been a good week. Good week. Yep. Just been enjoying life, enjoying weather getting better. And anyway, thanks for having me on. We got a rock and rolling side chat out there already, man. Just getting with
boy, it really is. It really is. I'm trying to keep up
out there. Bama Dad, how you been doing, buddy? How'd your week go?
I've been better. I've been better. I got visited by the shingles virus.
Oh man.
But other than that, I played around the reloading room, put my first video up. Actually, it's not the first video, but it's the first video of me doing any reloading. So
it was a good one too. I saw it.
Well, I appreciate that because I was embarrassed.
Well, you had a brand new to you piece of gear that you'd never used before, and you showed all the quirks and the foibles and the follies and the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what we need to see.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I hadn't got around to going backwards into YouTube world. What time did you post that?
Gosh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I do, because I want to go back and watch it.
2:00 this morning.
Today. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to sleep with shingles.
I can imagine.
So
I had chicken pox at 24 or 23.
Especially when somebody hit you across the face with them, huh, buddy?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
That'd be rough.
I thought it being part of chicken pox, it was supposed to feel like chicken pox. Wrong. It feels more like assault and battery.
Yeah,
is what it feels like.
What the wife said.
Yeah, it looks like salt happened.
Yeah, it looks like some raw meat that needs some salt on it's what it looks like. But it's, other than that, I was more productive with shingles than I was without them. So I guess I couldn't sit still. And so I went around and played around in the reloading room and straightened some stuff up and did a little bit of stuff, getting ready to go shoot the rifle, and decided I wanted to customize the rifle chassis. So I cut out some really pretty tiger maple to make some front forestocks for it. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably end up a bunch of toothpicks, but they'll be pretty toothpicks. Anyway, Rebel, how about you?
Video?
Do what?
Was it the AccuPrime video?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
For
haven't
some
been on-
reason, I was no longer subscribed to you. That's why I didn't see it.
I haven't been
Mom
on.
and Dad,
I
I
didn't see
hope
it.
you're. I hope you have better luck having your video stay up than I did. I did a 2-part series on precision reloading, and nobody can see it now. So
Well,
it's
you know,
gone.
I was kind of wondering if I could put that out there, but I talked to CW and he told me, he says, as long as you're not doing complete ammo, you're okay.
Walter doesn't like to do anything at all, but I found that as long as you're just doing pieces of it, it's been all right. I send mine through. They look at mine before they post and they go through. So
They vet it. Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Anyway,
I noticed that when I posted it, it hung there for a while.
yeah. No, mine. I physically get an email. I put it up, and unless I try and post it right away, which I can do, but I gotta like say, okay, I'm taking the chances. I'm going to post it. But as long as I post it ahead of time, I upload it today, but I let it post in 6 hours or whatever. They look at it. Usually, I get a cursory look is like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then within a couple of hours, I'll get an email back that says no or yes or limited ads or no ads or whatever.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I did mention the place that I got it from, but
As long as you didn't do prices, as long as there's no codes or SKUs or any labels that show prices.
I didn't do any of that. So
Yeah, no live links to places that sell
Right, no
stuff.
live links. And if you say the price, it's not so awful, but that's why we all do, a funny name for the money,
yeah, I didn't.
100 dingbats or 100 doodads or.
that's
I
why
mean,
that's why my handle is Rebel. I said F you. Okay. And I'm not doing it.
And they took the video down.
No. They took the video down before that, so I hadn't done it anymore. So I found
I
out
have
through
a hard time with it, and we all think the same way. But you got to remember, you're at somebody else's house, and you got to abide by their rules, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, but I didn't. The problem is you don't know you break the rules till they take your video down. That's it.
Well,
I didn't.
Right.
I kind of like Walter's way of doing it. Give some cursory knowledge, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then say, go to my Rumble channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, get on with it. My week, pretty good at the store. Some good sales. I'm hoping people are anticipating great tax returns and are going to spend big because I have some big things to spend on. And I sold. I acquired 2 Colts yesterday.
Colts?
And
What kind of Colt?
one 2nd gen Cobra and one Mark III Trooper in 98% condition, 6-inch barrel. They're both gone. I flipped those quick. I flipped those real quick and made money on both. The old guy who was wanting to sell them said, "I got to pay for these." And he grinned real big and had brand new white teeth, and I said, how much were those? And he said, $4,000. And so he laid them 2 Colts up there, and I said, I'd love to pay you for them, but and Trent, one of my partners, said, whispered in my ear, he said, we've got money in the back, and it's for consignment sales for an estate. He said, if you use that, I'll pay it back on Tuesday out of my retirement account. I said, okay. And so we're dickering with the price. And the guy says, how about this? How about you give me X and I'll throw in a old Bushmaster AR and 7.62 by 39. And this was an old Bushmaster, and the receiver even says 223 on it. He just put a Bushmaster upper on it. And so I said, okay. So basically, I've got hardly anything in the Bushmaster, and I made the money off the Colts. So the Bushmaster's fun money,
Yeah.
So
That's what keeps the doors open.
Well, and he got to pay for half his teeth. So I'm happy. He can eat corn and I can sell guns. You don't see a Colt Cobra. I didn't like the mother of pearl grips that were on it, but the gun was absolutely pristine. No box on either one of them. So I had to ding him on that, and the trooper had been shot. So he said, "What? 100%?" I said, "No, 100% is laying in the box. Never fired. It's a virgin." Okay. It used to be NIB, but when you're judging Colts, you got to get tough. You got to get real tough. If you give an inch, you lose $200. So I held strong at 98% and 95%, and I got them for what they were worth. At less, where I could still make money. And that old man hadn't been watching too much Gunbroker, so that was a good thing. The bad thing about Gunbroker is everybody sees what the guy's asking for it. They don't bother to look to see if he's got any bids on it, So that $1,300 Remington, my Remington's worth $1,300. Well, if it's got 0 bids, it's not worth that.
Right. It's worth $12.50 right now.
That's right. But anyway, that was my week. That and my bad knees. My supposed good knee has started hurting because I'm favoring that, limping along. So I use a lot of ice and try not to eat too much ibuprofen, and so I won't have a hole in my stomach. But anyway, Viejo, how was your week?
I had a good week. We had a couple of range days. I actually went to the range 3 times, but only shot twice. Went up one day and hoping for the best. We got rain coming in all next week. Gonna rain, looks like, and so I won't be able to go next week. And the following week, I'm out of town the whole week, just about. So I've been trying to get some stuff done. And I went up one of the 3 days. I went up Monday, Tuesday, and it rained on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Well, Tuesday I went up, and the road into this range is 4 miles of a 1.5 lane wide ridge road, sort of paved, and it was so foggy that I literally couldn't see 25 feet in front of the truck. So I was creeping along, and it was one of those, kinds of roads where you say, I might as well keep going straight because I don't know if I can turn this pickup around here without going over the edge.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see the edge. I could see the right edge of the pavement. So I got all the way up to the range, and then I get up there, and I could almost see the berm 25 yards away, and it wasn't safe because you couldn't see behind that. And plus the wind was blowing at 30 and gusting to 40, and I said, no, I'm going to sit here in this truck for a few more minutes and see if it changes one way or the other, and it didn't. So I bailed anyway. And I went again Thursday and got some stuff done. But other than that, had a good week. Had a good dinner out Wednesday night at one of our local, really, really good restaurants. Nice big filet mignon dinner, man. It was good. I'm
Nice.
telling you what,
Nice.
it was nice. You talk about your, pay $200 for an extra inch, but it was a pricey meal. But yeah, it was good. So yeah, and I got some loading done. I got half a dozen videos stuck up there, here and there in the other place, and worked on some video stuff today. And it's been a good week all around.
Awesome.
More or less healthy. So
All
that's
I
my
heard-
week.
All I heard was filet mignon.
Yeah, I'd actually, push come to shove, probably rather have a really good ribeye. They
Yes,
tend to be a little
sir.
more
Man
flavorful.
after my heart.
The filet mignons, they're nice and tender, but don't have enough fat in them. And this is a barbecue restaurant. Everything they do, they cook on the grill over Red Oak, so they do a nice job. But ribeye is better. But anyway, yeah. So Kyle, how'd it go on your week? How'd you do?
Everything was going good until it didn't. Got some bad news early in the week, but we're not going to get into that. I may or may not be here next week. I'm going to be in Central Illinois. Yeah, world traveler. I did get the reloading bench most of the way cleaned off and got everything ready to start reloading some 308s, 30-06, and Argentine Mauser rounds and stuff. And then I decided to try my hand at doing a Emerald Sunburst on a Gibson Les Paul. So it's now cluttered again. So there's that. But other than that, everything's good. Weather's good here. What you got, Six?
Oh, it's been a pretty good week for me. It's good work week, I guess you could say. Everything went smooth, that kind of stuff. The weather's been beautiful here. It's supposed to turn bad tomorrow, though, when I want to do something. Got some videos done last weekend. Wide Cutter Wednesday videos. I posted one of them this past Wednesday. Got some more pellets in today. Got some more coming tomorrow. So also did a video I've been putting off for a long time. Some of y'all seen it, I guess. The Penny's Paintings. It turned out pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice looking. My wife would have loved it. Sandra would have loved it. She used to paint a lot.
All right, that's all I got.
I was amazed by those paintings of Penny's. I had no idea she was such an artist. But boy, oh boy, she had some good stuff. You fellas over in Side Chat haven't visited Texas Six's channel. Go over and take a look. I think it just says Penny's Paintings, or I forgot what the title was, but he just put up a couple
Paintings by Penny.
Paintings by Penny. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of them, and we just don't have copies of it, so I couldn't post those.
Yeah, good, impressive.
So we welcome all y'all in today. Thank you guys on the panel for being here. I appreciate it. Somebody asked earlier what the best number Vitivori powder is for 9mm. You got anything for that, Walter?
I use N320.
Yep.
That's a good one. Pretty fast burning powder. It'll burn up in that casing chamber real quick. And
And
Vitivori does have they do have a load manual that you can get a hold of. They
I'd
might
like to
even
get a
send
new
it
one.
free.
Last one I got is 22.
Yeah, that's about the last one I've got too. And I don't know if they have.
None of
They
the
might,
five
have, they
series
might be
colors.
online. I'm not sure. I think they are online, aren't they? I haven't looked in a while.
They were online.
They are.
I don't know if they are. I just went ahead and printed everything off when I found it. So I've
Yeah,
got
I
my
checked
own.
them,
I've got my own manual.
I checked them yesterday. They're still online.
Okay. Some of the other manuals have data in it too.
And there's that 3N38 or something. They've got a weird number powder, 3N 38,
Yeah.
3N 320.
There was one of those that was like that they quit making.
That's
It
probably
might
what
have
I'm
been
thinking of.
It might have been 3N38 or something, but it was
Where
designed.
Walter? Where does M105 fall? In I know it's faster than N110.
I don't know. I've seen it listed, but I've never paid any attention to it because it wasn't one that I wanted to use for anything. The only ones that I've really used from Vitavari are 320 and 340, and I've used a lot of both of those.
And
Those
see,
are
all
both
I've used is N133 for PPC, and I've got some M120 and 105, and
310's a good one for what we're talking
Yeah.
about tonight.
Well, I guess we need to get to it then. There's Boomstick Mach 7. How
Boom.
about that?
Yeah, and you want to talk about like what to do and what not to do on YouTube? You need to talk to Boomstick. He's
Yeah, he's done it
kind
all.
of the master of us.
Well, so you learn how to change your name every day.
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, we were all thinking it.
Well, he's creative as he can be, what he comes up with sometimes.
So y'all know we've been talking about some of the many different cartridges that are available in a specific caliber, and this whole little talk here is that we've been doing the last few weeks is I hope it's enlightening to some of you folks. I mean, like when we say tonight we want to talk about 45, well, first thing that pops in your mind is 45 ACP, which stands for Automatic Colt Pistol, and 45 Colt or 45 Long Colt. I think 45 Long Colt came later after the introduction of the 45 ACP. Kind of differentiate between the two cartridges, and they are two totally different cartridges. And then you start talking about 45 caliber rifle rounds. Oh man, that's another whole world that is so fascinating. But I think it's interesting that as we talk about that, we learn about some cartridges and chamberings, if that's the way you'd rather put it, that are just not familiar to a lot of folks anymore. Like if you say 9mm, well, there's several different 9mm out there. Not just 9mm Luger or 9mm Antebellum, which is the same cartridge, I believe, but there's
Parabellum.
Yeah, Parabellum, not Antebellum.
Parabellum.
Antebellum's deep south, man.
You got to wear a hoop skirt if it's an antebellum cartridge.
Parabellum, whatever. My mind's not all here, fellas. If you're going to make fun of me, I'll leave. Y'all can have it.
No.
We're trying to keep you laughing. That's all.
I ain't got many laughs right now, bud. But,
I hear you.
yeah, 454 Casul is another one. And we'll
45 Schofield.
4570.
that 4570 is what really makes my mind start spinning. Because it goes to 4570, 4590,
90, 100, 110, 120.
Yep.
120.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let me see if I can find this.
That's going to be my next lever guns, a 4570.
It's so much fun, Kyle.
I just got to
I want one.
get the financial fortitude to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, that's going to start at about 1,200, no matter which way you go.
Yeah.
You hit something with that, it goes away.
Look
It
at
just
this.
goes away.
It just goes away. Yeah.
Watch
It's
this.
not, it doesn't die, it goes away.
Look at
There's a
that.
4570 and a 45 120.
That 120 is
Yeah.
almost twice as big, you know.
That's
Yeah,
what
4570 is not a small cartridge.
Right.
Well, no, y'all can see what I'm holding up, and I've got pretty big hands, but that's not a small cartridge.
No, it's
All right,
not.
so the variants with longer cases, 4590 sharps is the case length is 2.40 inches. The 45 100 is 2.60 inches. 45 110 is 2 7/8 inch case. 45 120, which is that bad boy right there, 3 1/4 inch case.
Good gosh.
All
And that's not
designed-
counting the bullet nose.
That's
All
what
designed-
Matthew Quigley was shooting. Yeah,
You beat me. That's what I was fixing to ask. Is that the same one that Tom Selleck
Yeah.
shot in that movie?
yep.
Golly bum.
That is just a. I know that's an awkward. I know that's an awkward gun, but God, that is just so cool.
What were you gonna say, Jamie? All designed for buffalo hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They said that the 45 120 didn't make it into production until 1880, and by then they'd done killed off most of the buffaloes.
yeah. They were wanting to kill her further out.
Yeah, there's. Don't get me going. That's a massive pain in the butt for me. I'm not much for hunters that just shoot them and stack them up and let them rot in the desert or in the plains. That's
Well, they weren't
'cause they didn't
hunters.
need it.
They were market hunters.
Yeah.
They ate what they could, but 3 men, 2 skinners, and a shooter could lay down a whole herd because the damn things were so stupid. They just sit there and get shot.
Yeah,
You know.
just drop. Sit there and watch one drop and wait for his turn.
Yeah, just turn around and say, "What happened, Bob? You all right?"
And then
Bob?
that evening they sent out the skinners, and the skinners are like, "We got to get this done fast because on the 3rd day these things are going to start to reek." And
Yeah.
the shooter didn't do much skinning.
Yeah, it's every time I hear somebody
Yeah.
saying they're going on a safari in Africa, I'm like, no, please don't do that.
Well, at least that meat goes to feed a lot of the help, you know.
And they swarm on it. The minute you kill it, you know you can't bring it home.
Right.
No.
And they know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend that went on a safari and killed a 5,000-pound hippo. How you gonna bring that home on an airplane? Come on, you ain't. All right, not the skull, not the meat, not nothing.
Yeah, bringing that C-130.
You can't bring
Yeah,
anything.
that's right. Exactly, Walter. C-130.
It takes quite a while to get your trophy back. There's
Yeah,
a lot,
you have
a lot
to go
of
through
permits, a lot of custom stuff. There's a lot to go through.
You got to go through a license.
Sometimes a couple years before you get your whatever trophy you bring back. If it's just tusks or if it's a mount or whatever, it's a while.
Well, as long as we're talking about Africa, how about the 458 lot?
Full length
That's
H case.
That's
Now,
a crowd
that
pleaser.
That's a big game gun, isn't it?
It's a 458 Winchester, okay, but it's 458 Winchester's cut down like the 300 Winchester from the full length H&H case. The 458 lot is a full length H&H case.
If I was going to go hunting Tyrannosaurus, right there. But I want it in a minigun.
Same article. The one on the left is 458 Win Mag. One on the left is the 458 Lot.
Yeah.
Those cartridges are just crazy big.
And
and you got to remember that's a 45 caliber. That bullet's almost a half inch in diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did the video on the 458 American, which is a 2-inch version of the 458 Winchester mag. It's a
Right.
little bit, it's close to the 450 Marlin in looks, but not in pressure. It's full pressure. So it's more powerful.
I think that
And a lot of people, a lot of
the one
people,
that got me reloading. Even though I don't have that gun, but Clint Smith's got a video where he gets up early in the morning, goes out to his reloading shed, reloads a round or two, then goes back and shoots it. And it's kind of like, even though he's a gun guy and he's an instructor and all that, it's kind of like watching John Wayne. And it got so deep in my blood, I had to learn how to reload.
well,
I think I saw that.
I love that video.
Yeah. I think I saw
the
that.
450, the 458. Yeah, it's all of the 458s are qualified for big game in Africa. So,
And most states, provinces, countries have a 375 minimum. Some will go down to 9.3, but most of them are 375 or bigger.
right. And kind of like the word Kleenex is synonymous with tissue,
Yeah. Right.
or Creedmoor is synonymous with the under 30 crowd. Yeah. Well, actually, the Creedmoor is a range in New York, and they shot 1,000 yards with 45-70s, 45-120. They laid on their back, they rested on their knee, and they shot at 1,000 yards. I think mid-range trajectory was what? CW, like 75 friggin' feet.
Yeah.
It's 105 artillery. And but I still get looks at the range with hand load shooting a 45-70 because I've got a lead sled. I really don't like shooting out of it. So what I'll do is stand up and shoot, because the recoil is more like a slow push and it just rocks you back. But if you're trying to shoot that off a bench rest, you're going to get hurt. And I just stand up and shoot it at 100, and guys will walk down from the end of the range and come up and go, what in the heck are you shooting? Like that. And then I was like,
away.
I was like 45-70, and they're like, well, we hear the report and then we hear the smack. And I was like, well, I'm just shooting paper, and we're hearing it smack the berm. And I was like, well, it's a 300 grain hollow point, or a 405 or whatever.
Well, that's like we were talking about that Quigley when he was shooting that water bucket, standing up with that rifle. What does that rifle weigh? 40 pounds, 50 pounds,
20-something pounds.
20-something pounds.
Yeah.
I picked one of them up before, and they're heavy.
I shot an Italian Quigley with a veneer sight, and off a bench, now not standing. And I hit the first shot, hit a golf ball at 300 yards with a veneer sight. Lie you not. That thing was perfect for a little round target. I just moved it over, and I bought it for a customer. I ordered it for a customer, and then he added the veneer sight. I just brought it over, and I said, Wes, where's it at down low? He said, just hold right under it. And I went, okay. And I put the front sight right on it and looking through that peep, and boom, that golf ball on a string, it went and out of here, wonderfully accurate.
I despise that movie, but I love the gun.
Wow.
I like the movie.
I love Quigley.
It was just depressing to me.
It was, but it was a good story. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
When they, when I realized what they were doing to those Aborigines, it really bummed me out.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a powerful scene when you see it the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes you pull for Quigley that much more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like the end scene the best of all.
I like
never
that.
had any, said I never had any use for one. No, did say I didn't know how to use one.
Yeah, that was so great.
I like that.
I read something that said he had ad-libbed that line in kind of at the last minute.
Really?
He stuck
That sounds
in
about
there.
right. Most of your best taglines in good movies, they were made up on the spot.
Yeah.
Especially with actors that are that quality. That's the
Well,
thing.
Alan, what is it? Rickman was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he played the best before he died. He played the best bad guy on earth,
Yep.
And
Nakatomi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one that he threw off the building?
Hans Gruber.
Yeah, Hans Gruber threw him off the building.
Christmas is not Christmas until John McClane throws Hans Gruber off Nakatomi Plaza.
And what gun was Hans Gruber using?
I don't know.
H&K squeeze cocker. Yep. I've actually shot one. Wonderful pistol.
I owned one.
Staple gun.
Yeah, I owned one. They were a nice gun.
Yeah, don't even scroll down unless you see the price on that.
Yeah, I was about to say, does it even list the weight of it, and the?
Well, there were so many different barrels. I mean,
and the inverted is probably one of the more affordable ones, isn't it?
No.
I don't know nothing about them.
He said no.
This is the Uberti replica. It's only available in 4570. So that's something that I probably wouldn't be interested in.
Right.
Now the Uberti, I think I ordered the Taylors and Company Quigley. Look up that, Jamie. See if you can pull that one up.
Jamie,
that's made by Birdie.
Go to that Quigley shoot that they have every year. That would be fun just to go sit and spectate.
Well, a couple of buddies of mine are in cowboy action shooting like sixes, and they had a buffalo match where I forget how far they set up this metallic buffalo target, and the frame was made up of 1.25 inch black iron pipe. And my buddy gets up there to shoot, and he's got his sight set wrong, and he shoots, and the whole target just collapses. And they're like, what happened? They go up there, and he hit that top 1.25 inch pipe and cut it in half. And that was with a 500 grain hard cast bullet.
Good Lord.
Yeah, we squeezed one of those in an empty 45 Colt case, and I've got it somewhere sitting up on my gun safe, or one of my gun safes, so people will go, what pistol round is that? Oh, well,
it's a 45 Ultra Mag.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
Are y'all ready? This is the real thing. That's from Shallow Sharps.
I was going to say, you pull up Shallow.
Yep, German silver. 4N tip.
Color case hardened.
Yeah.
Got the real veneer side on it, the Quigley side.
Vernier, yep.
Yeah.
The first number may be a 1, but there's several commas in that.
This one is, notice this front side.
Yeah.
Okay.
All different versions of that too.
Is that a ringing post on the front?
This is a 34-inch barrel, chambered in 45 110.
I'm looking at Taylor's. They've got a 34-inch 45 120 Sharps, 1874 Sharps, and it's in the $2,000 range.
It's in the what?
$2,000 plus.
Can you share the picture with us?
I can't share anything with you. I don't know how to do it. Can I do it as a? when I
It's an
ask
almost it's an Italian copy of
Present
that
at the bottom.
shallow.
Hey, Walter,
Well,
down where you meet yourself
this
and your camera at the very bottom, there's a TV screen with a plus.
No, I see it. Yeah.
You hit that, and then you can choose what screen you want to share, buddy.
Okay. Let's
Jamie will
see.
have to bring it up.
this is the 1874 Quigley. The way we showed it, heavy octagon barrel with no barrel features, standard grade wood, color case hardened, military butt plate, no brass escutcheon, no custom bedding, no swing swivels, no traditional checkering. You know, that the way we showed it. It's 4 digits and it starts with a 4. So,
Mm,
but the Uberti is
Considerably less.
no, it's not considerably less. Is the problem, and it's we already showed the picture of that, and it's only available in 4570.
They've gone up that much. Well, you taught me something today, Jamie.
Okay,
Well, it's all
Walter's
because
got
Netflix put Quigley back on.
Walter's got his picture ready to share, Jamie.
Yeah,
if you
and
want to share it.
NYPD Blue got canceled, so nobody's gonna be seeing him.
So that one doesn't have the sight. It does have
No,
the
no
silver
sights.
front, and it's out of stock. So you can throw that.
Nothing
price
is
in
for
the
sale
garbage.
here. Just a representative picture.
Yeah, take that down, Walter.
What you can't do is trust this. That price is meaningless. You could leave that up there. It's out of stock. You can't
Yeah.
buy that gun for that money. You
Well,
can't.
that's true.
They
Yeah,
probably
when
a
they-
special order or something, you know.
When they get the next supply in, that number will go up.
I think that was
Yeah.
just shipping.
Well, you know, this was like 7 years ago when I got this guy that the Taylors and Sons Quigley or Down Under or whatever. He added the veneer sight. I forget what he paid for the veneer sight. It was a
They
lot.
could be hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a quality sight. And he paid just under 2 for that Quigley, but just 5 years ago. So
I just
they
put one
really-
on for my brother-in-law, a Lyman. I think it's a Lyman. It was about $200, and that's not a true vernier. It's just a tang sight.
Mm-hmm.
He put a true veneer on. I think he paid north of 3 bills for that thing.
Oh,
Back
I wouldn't
then.
be surprised.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen one, they got threads all the way up, and they usually have windage and elevation. They're pretty intricate.
For the time period, yeah.
For today. I mean, they're pretty intricate today.
Well, but the problem is with today, nobody knows how to work them.
You know, let me go back up here and take a better. Yeah,
When that
it
movie
does have the double set trigger. The Shiloh does.
When
Yeah.
that movie came out, a friend of mine ordered one of those Shiloh Sharps from them, the Quigley version of it. He paid some good money for it, but he had to wait a year to get it.
Yeah, they're a la carte for sure.
Well, I mean, when that movie came out, it was like all of a sudden they were flooded. You know, everybody wanted one.
Yeah.
Until they shot it.
All right, rifle's so heavy, it's like a big push. And it don't hurt.
Yeah, I never did find a weight. That's what I've been looking for. I can't find the weight of the gun. But it's a heavy octagon 34-inch barrel. That thing probably weighs close to, I would guess, at least 25 pounds. But when we talk about 45 caliber, the first thing pops into everybody's mind is the 45 ACP.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this a cartridge designed by John Moses Browning in 1904. The original, it was the Colt semi-automatic pistol.
AI says the 1874 Sharps Quigley Down Under model weighed about 13 and a half pounds.
Oh, that's crazy. The barrel weighs that.
Yeah. The barrel weighs half again that much.
The original rifle produced by Shiloh Sharps Company weighed roughly 13 and a half pounds, measured 15 and a quarter inch length of pull to fit Tom Selleck's frame with a 34-inch barrel.
They don't weigh as much as you think, guys. But they are barrel heavy.
My dad had a 30-some inch Marlin 12-gauge goose gun, and I guarantee that thing was weighed more than that, and that's just a shotgun barrel. It wear you out trying to carry that thing away around.
When they had the NRA convention here a few years ago, I seen one. They had, I forgot what company it was, but had one there, and I went to try to pick it up, and you ain't picking it up with one hand. It's heavy.
Yeah, I don't think I could. You'd be much a man if you could shoulder that thing and shoot it.
And you going back to that Quigley movie when he arrives in Australia off the boat and he gets into that fight and he's swinging that thing like it was just a little golf club or something, but he did some damage on those boys with the butt of that rifle.
Mm-hmm.
My Argentine Mauser weighs more than that.
Tom Selleck's a big man too. So
Yes, he is.
15-inch length of pull, you think? Standard is 13 and a half. That's 2 inches longer.
Yeah, I know. He's like 6'5".
Kid's rifle is 12. Standard is 13 and a half. That's 2 inches longer. That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
But that's the greatest cartridge ever invented. It was invented in 1873. I know.
45 Colt.
Yep. God, I love that thing.
Yep, it's a great one.
Me too. I'm a fan.
We'll talk more about that next week. So there was a lot of these. The military thought at the time that we could go to a 38 caliber, and there was this thing called the Moro Rebellion in places like Sulu, Sulu,
Philippines.
Yeah. Those things and this thing called the Thompson Lagarde test, LA capital GARDE test of 1904. They decided that 45 caliber was minimum required caliber for the military handguns, which just goes back to what y'all were saying. And we'll talk more about the 45 Colt next week. And we'll step back a little bit in time for next week. So 45 ACP uses a 230 grain round nose bullet at approximately 830 feet per second, fired in the government issue model 1911 A1. Low chamber pressure 21,000 compared to 35,000 psi for the 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. And the standard pressure 45 ACP rounds are subsonic when fired from handguns and submachine guns, and it is a useful caliber for suppressed weapons as it lacks the sonic boom.
Yeah, it's slow. I don't know what the speed on that is, but it's slow.
900 feet per second is a fast 45 ACP.
Mm-hmm.
Very fast.
Yeah.
1,000 feet per second is a plus P plus.
We
Yeah,
were
with a
loading.
230 grain bullet, but you can shoot them with 185s and 200s and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, we were loading 185s, shooting them through a Silencer Co. Osprey can, and you could just sit there and watch the bullet go to the paper. You didn't hear anything, but you just see a little dot go.
Well, I don't know if you guys ever seen the meme, but it's the Matrix, him dodging the bullets.
Yeah.
And they said 45 ACP on him because of the speed.
But it's like getting shot with a lug nut,
Well, that was one of the things I'll never forget. I wish I could remember that old colonel's name that used to write for Guns and Ammo. But he
Colonel
had an
Cooper, Jeff Cooper.
Jeff Cooper, maybe.
Was it Jeff Cooper? Anyway, he made a statement in there. He said, "Look," he said, "I'm not getting in this 9mm 45 argument." He says, "I've got my feelings and everybody else has theirs." He says, "You can either get hit by a dump truck at 30 miles an hour or a Ferrari at 200. Dead's dead."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
So in 1904, Browning was working with Colt on a 41 caliber cartridge. And then the government came, the cavalry asked for a 45 caliber equivalent, and Colt modified the pistol design to fire an enlarged version of the 41 caliber that they had already been working on. The result from Colt was the 1905 and the new 45 ACP cartridge. Original loading was a 200 grain bullet at 900 feet per second. But after a number of rounds of revisions, and they had everybody working on this, Winchester repeating arms, Frankfurt Arsenal, and Union metallic cartridge, they ended up using a 230 grain bullet fired at a nominal velocity of 850 feet per second.
Right. That's 45 Schofield ballistic.
45 caliber Schofield cartridge, performance similar to the 45 Schofield, and only slightly less powerful, while significantly shorter than the 45 Colt cartridge that the United States Cavalry was using at the time. So in 1906, they come out with bids for the pistols. This company called 1906, bids from 6 makers were submitted, among them Browning's design, submitted by Colt. Only DWM, that's a German company,
Luger.
and I can't even pronounce it. Waffen and under munition, a Brinken, like that.
Hey, Blinken.
Dirt freaking.
Yeah,
Savage and Colt made the first cut. DWM, which submitted 2 Luger style pistols, chambered in 45 ACP, withdrew from testing after the first round of tests for unspecified reasons.
The only 2 Lugers in existence chambered in that.
Could be.
Go ahead, Jamie. I'm sorry.
During the second round of evaluations in 1910, the Colt design passed extensive testings with no failures, while the Savage design suffered 37 stoppages and parts failures. The Colt pistol was adopted as the model 1911.
I've often wished of crawling under a house when I was younger putting in ductwork and finding an oilcloth with a German Luger and 45 ACP chambered, and just be like winning the lottery, you know. I mean, they say that would be worth millions. I think they have one in existence. They don't know where the other one is. So that would be
I
awesome.
see where there's one wrapped up
What are
in
you doing?
oilcloth in my grandparents' old house. My uncle had one.
A 45 ACP Luger?
No, just a Luger.
Okay. Well,
And,
that makes the difference. That makes the difference of
yeah.
being able to put a
It's
down
funny
payment on a
because-
car or buying a house. You know.
You said when you said wrapped up with cloth, but my uncle had one. And brought it home before he was old enough to have a pistol, and my grandmother stuck it between the walls.
Get up on the couch. No. Get on the couch.
She never told him which wall it was between. And the house sold about 20 years ago. If anybody ever pulls the plastered walls off, they're gonna find knives and guns and everything else between those walls. That man never. If you said, "Hey, I got this for sale. You want it?" He was, yeah.
But Jamie, if you figure if the Luger was a finicky pistol anyway, it was a marvel, but it was fragile. It was fragile, and I can imagine the extra heavy recoil was probably rough on that toggle, you know. So who knows? I wasn't there. I wasn't born.
Probably made one, and they're like, "Oh, this doesn't feel right. Let's make one more just to see."
Yeah.
All right, I got one more tidbit of information, then we'll look at some pistols.
I'm surprised they didn't fly apart.
The cartridge was designed by John Browning for Colt, but the most influential person in selecting the cartridge was Army Ordnance member General John T. Thompson. After the poor performance of the Army's 38 long Colt pistols evidenced during the Philippine-American War, 1899 to 1902, Thompson insisted on a more capable pistol cartridge.
Yep.
So the 38s weren't getting it done, but that was a 38 long Colt.
Well, the bad part is the first bulletproof body armor was used in that Philippine War, and it was banana leaf.
Yeah. Oh, with guys that were hopped up on what?
Yeah, right.
Coca leaf or whatever
Something,
they had. Yeah, they were hopped up on drugs, and they had this
bamboo kind of
bamboo shit
that they had. Yeah,
yeah.
It was working for them.
And the guy just emptied his 38 long Colt in them, and he cut their head off. You know, scary stuff.
Yeah, that's what their design was. They knew they were going to get killed. They just wanted to kill as many as they could.
Right.
But they would wrap themselves in banana leaves and stuff, and the 38 just couldn't go through it. And then all of a sudden, the 230 grain round ball 45 ACP shows up, and bye.
Yeah. Well, it's like whap, you know.
Well, you
Hey,
know,
that's something different, you know.
people make a lot of fun of a lot of old military weapons like the M1, but you
Them
know,
38s weren't going very fast either. They just
those
were
big
not
ones, or like the M1s, they went through a lot of wool jackets.
Yeah.
But first one I'm going to show y'all can guess what it is. I'm not going to tell you to you. Probably says so or on the.
It's a Raven 25 caliber.
That's
No,
the
it's a Titan. It's a Titan. It's not a Raven.
Red 09.
It's a High Point XL 380.
Oh, no, that's
Colt patent fire.
that's a 1905 or 1903 one.
That's the 1905. That's what it looked like
Yeah.
before the final production.
Before they put the beaver tail on it and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was pretty much the prototype of the 1911. Then let's see. Here's a couple that's in production today that are not 1911s. And the reason I'm not showing 1911s is because all y'all got several of them.
I wish I had one.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
No, I won't. I'm Jones and bad. That's my next pistol purchase.
What about that?
I had one of those.
That's a big pistol.
H&K Mark 23 and 45.
Mine was a USP. Mine wasn't a Mark 23. Mine was a USP.
That's a H&K 45.
I can tell you what, that USP was a really nice pistol. I should have never sold it.
That's a good looking gun right there. I especially like that color.
It looks real good with the silencer co Osprey hanging off the front of it.
No
I
bet.
wouldn't know about that.
I do.
But
Yeah,
if
just
you're
it looked like the slides moving out there a little bit further, or twice as much.
if you're a little bit more budget minded, and trust me, that H&K is not cheap, but it's on sale right there.
Don't ask me
Get
what I paid for mine.
up there on the couch.
There's your Taurus.
You can keep going.
Ain't nothing wrong. No, ain't nothing wrong with a Taurus. For people that don't have the money, that's a real value. I mean, it is. It's not the best.
You're right. I shouldn't say that. It's just every time I've ever had any kind of gun that I had a problem with, it was always a Taurus.
Well, you never owned a High Point, ain't that right, Hillbilly?
Well, that's true. I've never had a High Point.
Jamie, pull you up an American Tactical.
I have one of those. I don't need to.
That's a nice little pistol.
Yeah, mine's a 3 1/4 inch.
That looks about right.
Here you go. Here's one more. And this is what you guys are used to.
I think Jamie's point here is
That's what I'm looking
that the cartridge is well over 100 years old.
Is that?
And
That's Springfield Armory. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still viable.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love shooting my
Yeah.
1911 45
Yeah,
ACPs.
I do
I
too.
got 3 or 4 of them.
That thing would eat me up right there at the beaver tail. Good Lord. I need a high sweat beaver tail. I
What, you
choke
would
up
get
on that
hit?
thing. Yeah.
That's a good looking gun.
Yeah, it is.
And can be an absolutely gorgeous gun.
Mhm.
All it needs is some earrings.
A little lipstick.
That's a mil spec, but it says it's a 5-inch barrel, but that's another thing we need to talk about tonight, sports fans. When you're looking at the specifications on these handguns and you see a barrel length, do y'all realize that also includes the chamber?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little bit. Man, I'm behind on comments.
Go through the side chat, Jamie, if you got to type
we
in
done
45.
We done blew through there. Yeah, 45. Let's call out the side chat. I knew I was supposed to do something at 8:30. Edward Petty.
On my phone, I beat Bama Dad. Did I do it in the side chat over here?
Oh,
No, Bama Dad beat you.
Oh, that's just dirty. And you know
Well, you
what's
know how it
weird?
is.
I had 45 keyed up in my phone at 8:23.
I did too. It didn't happen.
hey,
I was
if
all
I had a
set.
nickel for every time VA beat me, he usually beats everybody.
Well, he usually picks the numbers too.
Yeah,
Well,
I cheat.
That's
All
true.
right, we're going to call out side chat now.
All right.
Bama Dad was in first. He's on the panel and on the side chat. Kyle Lusk is as well. Glenn Davis is out there. Walter Viejo 2A is on the panel, and we're glad to have all these guys on the panel. Paul Loud's out there. Hillbilly Up's on the panel. Crash Rack and Shoot 6-shooter Texans on the panel. GGW Outdoors is out there. Edward Petty.
Plowboys Ghost.
Ron 2A Matters. Glenn Davis. Mike Hester is on the panel as well. Tread 70. Papa's Place is out there. IWS Bull, my neighbor, is out there. Thanks for watching, all you guys. CW2A is on the panel as well. Glenn Davis is out there. Kentucky Rimfire Justin. Ron 2A Matters. Tread 70 again. Y'all just doing that to see if I'll call your name out more than once, ain't you? Bobby Barlow. Walks Fletcher. Hey, Walks. The real Uncle Bob. Mr. Pollard. James Pollard's out there. Dale Pogue. See, he did it again.
As opposed to the fake Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
GGW Outdoors. M. Gabriel. Tim S. And I think we're up to date.
Plowboys Ghost is out there.
I didn't see him.
Cowboy.
Did he put a
Didn't see him
45 in
sneak
there?
in.
No, he didn't. He come in after, but he's there.
Northwest Bama checking in.
All right. Roll Tide.
Right on out the door. Oh, sorry.
Rich B is out
That's
there.
what everybody hopes.
G23. Hey, G. Yeah, man. Thank all y'all for showing up and hanging in with us.
Absolutely.
Tread ZX is also out there. 45. Y'all gonna keep on till I have to buy me and start getting into this 45 long coat stuff, ain't you?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
You'll love it.
It's makes my mouth water just to think about it.
I added one this week.
And guess how many? Oh, it changed that quick. There for a second, we had 45 viewers. Now we got 46. What did you add, CW?
A 45 long Colt, 45 Colt.
Tell us about it.
SSK Industries 18-inch contender barrel.
Okay.
Stainless steel 1 in 16 twist. So I'm hoping I can send some really, really long heavies out of it. I got a 375 grain. I want to see how that works.
Ooh. Woo. Man.
Jamie, just go ahead and get you the 460 Smith & Wesson so you can do the 454 Kazoo and the 45 long Colt. One of my favorite pistols out there.
Yeah, but the 45 long Colt and a 460, you got like a 1-inch bullet jump before you even get to the force and cone.
See, CW, I have some 265 grain hard cast a customer gave me.
I
Look
just
at the
loaded
MIP
some
light.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at the MIP light
Shine.
on that.
Yeah, I picked up an NOE mold 265. and I picked up an NOE mold 350 for the 454. But I don't want to use that. I could. I just have to cast more because everything I have cast is gas checked, and I don't want to shoot gas check through the can.
There's Hasbro, y'all. Hey,
Hey,
bud.
Brian.
Yes, bro.
You afraid the gas check will pop off in the can?
I don't want to take the chance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame
Good
you at all.
point, Fred. Someone
I
please
actually
tell me-
have a few 45 short Colts, and I can show them to you. I just don't have them here right now.
Right.
There really was head stamp 45 short Colt cases.
Although nothing was ever head stamped 45 long Colt until later. You know,
Right.
It was all 45 Colt. Like Jamie said, they started differentiating between.
Most people say it's 45 Colt, not long Colt, but
And then
other
there's
people say it's either one is really whatever.
I should have scooped up a box of these when I was younger just to have as a novelty. There was 45 auto rim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some of those too.
There was
Yeah,
a place
45
I worked. I worked when I was between jobs. Worked at a big, huge general store that had sport goods, and they had boxes and boxes of Remington 45 auto rim, and I ended up selling them all. I don't know if they chambered in the. I tried to explain what they were for, but so you don't have to use moon clips. And people just bought them because they said 45 on them, I think. I should have kept a box just for the heck of it.
I like when you read 45 AR and everybody thinks AR-15, you know?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
Fred got about 50 of those auto rim brass.
He would.
I like that. He said, show me his 45 short. Mr. Pollard says, well, the 45 Schofield, short form of the Colt.
Yeah.
And
Russian. No,
Justin.
Russian was 44.
yeah, it was.
We also have the 45.
Cowboy 45 special.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Justin says the Gap is your 45 ACP short.
Yeah, the Gap was an abomination.
It just didn't work.
Well,
did it?
anybody that name a bullet after a pants store for hippies.
That meant
Don't worry.
Glock. That meant Glock something pistol.
Automatic
Yeah,
pistol.
Glock
Yeah.
automatic pistol.
It was made for female state troopers whose hands weren't big enough for the big boy.
What, a Glock?
The AC,
Gap.
the GAP, the Gap.
The ACP?
The Gap.
The
Gap.
Gap?
Schofield is not a Colt. No, it's a Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
Technically.
Mm-hmm. But it was based on the 45 Colt cartridge. A little bit shorter,
so-
a little bit wider rim.
So
I
I
would
enjoyed talking about the 45 ACP tonight and some of the rifle cartridges. We can get into more of the rifle cartridges next week or the week after, but next week I want to talk about that Schofield, 45 Colt, Schofield, all that kind of evolution kind of thing. If that's all right with y'all, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Man, you're in my wheelhouse.
Plowboy's Ghost says in the 1880s, we need to save this for next week, Plowboy. Make sure you come back next week and put that same comment in. In the 1880s, 45 Schofield used 45 Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
Arm, what's going on, bud?
I'll try and remember to pull out a bunch of my cases. I got a bunch of old balloon heads, all different head stamps on them. Let's try and remember.
Wasn't that Jesse James cartridge of preference? I think it was.
He used a Schofield, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember that because I transferred a gun today to a guy whose name was Jesse James, and even the next examiner giggled when I said his first name and his middle name. I'm not gonna say his last name, but
Well, talking about some cool 45s, the Jesse James, the motorcycle guy. Have you seen some of those guns he's making?
oh yeah,
He's making 1911s, or was.
yeah,
Yeah, he is, and they are gorgeous.
yeah. They're
But
bling
they
guns.
are $6,000 to $20,000.
Those are safe queens.
Yeah. Yep.
He came up with some kind of Damascus that he made the slides out of. I'm like, wow, a Damascus slide 45. That is
Well, I saw a thing come up on because I'm always looking for new products and this and that in the industry. So I get emails, and there's a complete Damascus 45 long slide, 1911. I forget what company made it, but I didn't bother looking at it because as soon as I looked at it, I knew I couldn't afford it. So,
and it's not, you can't use a Damascus that's like a blade steel.
It
It
won't
won't hold up.
Won't hold up to the beating.
nope.
The gun he just made Donald Trump, that is a gorgeous pistol. And he made Elon Musk a pistol. And he just did an interview with, I think the guy's name's Graham something, did like a 2-hour interview. But he's pretty much, he still does a car and a motorcycle here and there, but he's primarily Jesse James gun works now. He's really into guns.
And liquors.
And what?
Liquors.
Oh, liquors.
Yeah, he's got a whole line.
He was making bourbon for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if he still does or not.
okay.
There's another guy like that famous guy, Robert Height. I don't know if y'all know him. Funny car racer.
Mm-hmm.
He builds shotgun barrels.
Cool.
What he's doing now.
Barrel making, that's a art.
I tell you, the toughest barrels to make, and that's a set of double barrel shotgun barrels.
I think that's mainly what they do, over and unders.
The over and unders are a lot easier. The side by sides, getting them to shoot at the same point of aim, that's a craftsman's nightmare, or so I've heard.
Oh, there's some really great videos of some of the British shotgun makers. I mean, if you want to sit down and watch a 2-hour video of a guy, because I mean, when you go buy one of those shotguns, they start at about 20,000. They're all handmade and they are gorgeous.
And they're fitted to you. You go get measured before they ever start on it.
Oh yeah,
and pay them, of course. But yeah, man,
and then you might get it 4 years later.
maybe. They could be a different president by then.
Well, some of those, I mean, it's like, what is it? Beretta's coming up on what, 500-year anniversary?
That's insane.
It's a long time, I know.
Can you believe that? 500 years. And what's crazy is, have you ever seen where they build Beretta guns? It's a castle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I
Speaking of
would
over-under,
love to go on a tour of that place.
speaking of over-under shotguns, a friend of mine has got Brown & Satori Lightnings, double packs of 410s, 20 gauges, and 12 gauges consecutively serial numbered, all in two gun cases.
Does he shoot them?
Hell no, he don't shoot them. He goes, "This is my retirement right here."
Well, yeah, no doubt about it.
He's had them for about 20 years.
And you can probably bet if he sold that whole lot, he's probably well over $500,000.
Oh yeah, yeah, he knows it. That's why he's never shot him. Of course, me being the idiot that I was 20 years ago, I was like, "Let's go shoot him. Come on, let's go do some trap shooting."
He's got the absolute finest shotguns for that. It's a shame they're not getting shot.
They've never had the trigger pulled unless they pulled it at the factory.
God.
But yeah, each case has two consecutively serial numbered Brown and Satori lightnings in it. Jeez.
But I'm going to tell you what's the absolute most fun you can ever have is to go to a skeet and trap range and wear one of those guys out with a Remington 1100.
Yeah. Or a Mossberg 835.
Yeah, it is absolutely the most fun that I've ever had in my life. That is
Mossberg 835. You just get anywhere, you just point in the same direction, you'll hit it.
And the guy wants to give me tips.
I went with my brother-in-law once. They have a big skeet shoot like thing, whatever it was, sporting glades. And I went with him just to practice, and a bunch of the other people came. He brought his Browning. They all brought all these fancy guns, and he just whooped up on all of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of it. I always look at it like this. You go see these doctors that go out and they go buy a top of the line Ferrari or the top of the line Porsche. And then they go out and they practically get killed in it. Just because you got the money to own it doesn't mean you can use it.
They'll do the same thing with a Beechcraft airplane too.
Absolutely. Or a Bonanza.
Well, the Bonanza is a Beechcraft, and that's why they call that Bonanza the Doctor Killer airplane.
Absolutely. V-tail Bonanzas, that's the Doctor Killer. Oh.
I'm trying to find this thing that G23 is talking about.
It's my brother-in-law's grandson. I think he just got out of college, and he's already got his pilot's license and stuff. And I think he's about to the point where he can start flying for like FedEx or
airline company.
not for airlines. I don't think he can yet, but I think he can fly for like FedEx or UPS.
He can make that jump over to Delta or something like that. And
Yeah, you just got to get the hours in.
Yeah, I think he has to do more time to do that.
I had a pilot's license before I had a driver's license.
Well, I soloed an airplane before I could drive a car.
Yeah, I didn't start flying until I was 40, and then we had a couple of airplanes, and then I developed chronic kidney stones, couldn't pass the medical anymore.
There you go.
I soloed when I was 11 years old.
A lot of fun.
I loved it. I really did.
Furthest I've been off the ground's climbing a tree.
I still love him until I got married.
I think more people get serious injuries pre-flight in an aircraft than they do flying one.
I've seen some very interesting plane crashes where I was amazed the door popped open and somebody jumped out and just like, I can't believe this just happened. I can't believe you're walking.
You know,
Unfortunately, I don't know if y'all saw what happened to Greg Biffle, and his
Yeah.
family, but that was tragic.
Yeah.
Well, that's big grocery store moguls here in Birmingham did the same thing a few years back. It's whenever you let the person tell the pilot what they want him to do, and then the pilot's stupid enough to do it because he doesn't want to lose that money. And I hate to say that, but I mean, my dad was a stickler, and he always, anytime somebody famous got killed, bring the FAA report, and he's just waiting for somebody to bring something up about it. And he'd flop it out in front of them and say, yeah, it was not the airplane, it was the idiot behind the stick.
It was super foggy that day they took off, and I don't think it had anything to do with the crash. It was a mechanical something or another that happened, because they turned around pretty quick. But you're in a jet, so they took off from Statesville, North Carolina, and were over me before you know it. And then they turned around and went back to the airport and crashed on landing. But
Oh, look at that. Oh, boy.
What is all that busted up looking stuff? Are they making them to look like that?
I can
This
make
is
them look
called
like
the Big Bang set. Theoretically, this meteor landed a long time ago. And they took us, this Cabot Guns went down there and got a 77-pound chunk of it. It's
Just did whatever they could do to make scales for it.
iron.
They made the whole gun out of it.
Iron
They made
nickel
the whole gun.
alloy.
Yeah.
But they're
Wow.
making 1911s out of them.
that's a space gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, Bull got it right. It's the meteorite gun.
I'll be honest. I don't know. That may turn some people on. I wouldn't give you $150 for one of them. That looks scary to me.
I like it.
They put that through all kinds of tests to make sure it would be fine to make them out of before they were even started.
Yeah, the one thing I'd be worrying about being come from outer space is one day you're out there shooting and it just reverses and grabs hold of your hand and turns the barrel toward you.
Yeah.
You look around, there's some little green guy behind you.
Yeah. There'll be two old boys in coveralls up on the hillside going, I seen it happen.
There I was.
I seen it, guys.
There I was washing dishes.
Walter, you should have cubed me. I would have said that for you.
Okay. You'd have done it better.
I could make it sound realistic. I seen it.
Yeah.
That's just
All
a
right,
little
time
too
for the
unknown.
verse for the week if y'all ready.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Yeah.
I need a little bit.
I haven't had a lot of time to prepare.
That's all right. Read it anyway.
All you need is the verse.
All we need is the verse. How about 3? I wanted tonight to finish up Psalms chapter 2. And we've been through Psalm 1 through 8. And tonight I wanted to talk just a little bit about 9, 10, 11, and 12. Actually 10 through 12. We talked about 9 last week. And y'all remember, I hope y'all remember, I was talking about King David and Jesus as sons, different kind of sons. So let's get started here with verse 10. Now therefore be wise, O kings. Be instructed, you judges of the earth. 11. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all those who put their trust in him. John MacArthur there has a note on verses 10 through 12. He says, the tone of these verses is surprising. Instead of immediate judgment, the Lord and his anointed mercifully provide an opportunity for repentance. 5 commands place responsibility on mutinous mankind. So what we see here in these verses is 5 things to do to turn God's judgment. Again, we're looking at God's mercy and grace, even though he says right here in verse 11, he says, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice in trembling. That's still an opportunity for repentance. And when we see here, right here, now therefore be wise, O kings, be instructed, you judges of the earth. David wrote this, and he's talking to his fellow kings, his fellow judges of the earth, his peer group, basically. Trust the Lord and serve him with fear and rejoice with trembling, that he does not just pour out his wrath on you immediately. But he has another comment here on verse 12. He says, kiss the Son. This symbolic act would indicate allegiance and submission. And he gives some reference verses, 1 Samuel 10:1 and 1 Kings 19:18. The word there for son here is not the Hebrew word for son in lowercase that was used in verse 7, but rather it's Aramaic, but its Aramaic counterpart. And he references Daniel 7:13, which is a term that would especially be suitable for these commands being addressed to nations. Verse 11, perish in the way. These words pick up the major burden of Psalms 1. And maybe next week we'll start going through Psalm 1. We'll have to go a little bit backwards. David Guzik there says, be wise, O kings, from verse 10 there. Let me go back and put that back up there. He says here, after the words of warning from the Lord's anointed, the psalmist counsels the kings of the earth,
Bless
to
you.
give up their foolish defiance of the Lord. And that's what it is. The natural state of man is defiance and rebellion against the Lord God Almighty. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. The psalmist calls for the kings of the earth to surrender to God, giving him proper reference. In this submitted, surrendered place, they can rejoice, yet with the appropriate trembling. Kiss the Son there. This primarily has in mind the kiss of submission, where a dignitary receives a humble kiss of an inferior. It also hints at the affection God wants in relationship to him. God wants us to recognize our proper place before him, but to also rejoice in him and be affectionate in our relationship. He quotes Clark there. He says, kissing was a token of subjugation and friendship. If the kings and judges of the earth are commanded to humble themselves before the Lord's anointed, recognize his total superiority, then what are the rest of us? Speaking to the kings and judges, therefore, includes all of humanity. And blessed are all those who put their trust in him. Those who defy God are broken, but those who depend on him are blessed. The psalmist leaves the choice with everyone, broken or blessed. And that goes back to Moses, and from the beginning of all of this. So that's our verse of the week. It didn't take too long, but it's deep. And I hope everybody will take time to think about these words and submit and surrender our lives to the Lord, and that's what He wants. He wants that kiss of submission, but at the same time that affection from us, because He gives that to us. And with that, anybody got questions or comments?
No, sir.
No, not me. I mean, it was, short and sweet, well explained too, Jamie. Thank you for the additions to that.
Well,
Very straightforward.
yes. I think that Psalm chapter 2 turned out a little different than you were anticipating, didn't it, Walter?
Yes, sir. And I have a bad habit of trying to reinterpret what I'm reading and turn it into more modern day verbiage, and sometimes it doesn't work. It loses in translation time it goes through my eyes and gets back out my mouth.
That's why I really like that John MacArthur Study Bible, and
Yeah.
and I love David Guzik's Enduring Word Commentary. And the reason I love David Guzik so much is he quotes so many other of the commentators in his. He includes all or almost everybody in his commentaries, and he's not afraid to address conflicts in interpretation.
Jamie,
Yes.
kind of off the subject of the verse, but including David, it really made me think. I was scrolling through Instagram one morning, looking at silly little videos, and I noticed a little short that said dead wood. And I clicked on it, and it's a guy that really knows how to use an ancient sling. And I don't know what his ammo was, but he whipped that sling and fired it across a pond and hit a limb about that big and knocked it off into the water. And you heard the rock, the ball bearing, the whatever, go supersonic. It cracked. Now, as children, David killed Goliath with a slingshot, right? And you're thinking, yeah, that was the interpretation, through Sunday school teachers that he killed it. Did they have dogwood in Israel? I'm thinking the Appalachian slingshot, and I saw that weapon used through someone who actually knew how to use it, and my slingshot never went supersonic. You never heard it crack, and he
David's
cracked.
slingshot didn't have any wood on it either, though.
No. This was
sling.
this was a conventional sling this guy was doing, and when he let go of it, that ammo, whatever he had, went supersonic. It cracked, and I was like, I was like, holy crap! I was like, no wonder he killed Goliath. That's the first time I've seen someone actually use a sling, an old timey biblical sling, and actually hit something. And this guy was.
You ever tried to use one of those?
No, I'd hit myself in the head.
There you go. That's my whole point. I knocked my brains out.
But this guy used it, and I never knew. I should have known that it could reach supersonic speeds when he let it go. It cracked like a 22 Magnum, And I was like, no wonder he killed Goliath. You know, I don't care how big that SOB was. He couldn't stand that. You know,
Here's a thought for you to go out on is it says David picked up 5 smooth stones, basically creek rocks, what we would call them in the South. Creek
sure.
rocks. So was he not trusting God because he picked up 5? I mean, it only took 1 to kill Goliath, and then he cut his head off with his own sword.
Well, he
No,
didn't know what the soldiers, he what them other soldiers were going to do.
He was being tactical, you know.
Yeah.
The answer to the question is that if you study your scripture deep and hard enough, Goliath had 4 younger brothers.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and Timothy Burkett got it.
Yeah, and they were. I think Goliath was the biggest one, but they were bigger than they were considered like
bigger than average. Yeah. But the power of that weapon, if y'all can find that on Instagram or find that on YouTube, just maybe Google, ancient sling being used. Holy crap. That was impressive. It was impressive to me.
Well, you think about kind of tie it into what we're talking about tonight. You talking about you don't know what that guy was using. We know David was using a creek rock, a smooth stone.
Right. Sure.
What if David had a 45 caliber lead ball?
Well, Goliath and his brothers would just give up. They'd leave. They just
look at our statistics. More people walk away from pistol wounds than they do rifle wounds. So who knows?
Yeah, but the Bible says that
not where David hit Goliath.
hit Goliath in the forehead, and it sunk into his forehead.
Yeah,
and
well,
then
that's what I'm saying. After reading that biblical verse, you're thinking David had, my God, he had rubber bands that must have been stout as crap. Because as a little boy, I'm thinking he's shooting a slingshot. And no, when he's run that strap and let it go, it went supersonic and it went into his brain. He trained him.
It's a horizontal trebuchet.
And what you got to think about these giants?
Good words, Kyle.
These were the offspring of demons.
I don't know what amounts down to foot per second like we do with our speed of our ammo, but what Bruce Lee could punch at 110, 120 miles per hour.
Well, he could punch 1 inch and knock you off your feet. And I used to be able to too when I was in my 20s. All right. No, I've got a
120 mile an hour punch.
I've got a black belt in a Aikido, American Aikido, and then Kempo, and we studied a 1 inch punch, and a 1 inch punch wasn't 100 miles. Bruce Lee, I never approached Bruce Lee, okay, but you could actually knock a man down from 1 inch, and take the breath out of him, and but that sling action, watching that guy live do that, as soon as he released it, it cracked. And I mean, it cracked like a 22 Magnum. And I was like, holy crap, that thing went supersonic. And just think about a rough grouse when he's drumming, okay? Hillbilly, you got those up there. When he's drumming, the sound you hear is his wings going supersonic. It's that's his wings going supersonic, and that sling actually cracked, and it made me think of David walking out there as a little bitty guy, and Goliath, like I'm going to kick her butt. And he just whooped that sling out and whap, it's done. Now I can see scripture in my head, how that happened, that weapon in my head.
David wasn't just skilled with a sling, because I mean he'd killed lions and bears with a sling, but the thing that he got was I loved at it when Goliath sat and mocked and cursed the Jewish people. He said, "Who are you, this uncircumcised Philistine?" I thought, wow.
Well,
David had some chutzpah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, it's time for us to start going through the room. Clear the deck for Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies coming up next. We let American Hillbilly sign off first so he can go help Chad mash buttons. Tell us what you got coming up next week, my brother.
buddy, hopefully if the weather cooperates, I got a scope video coming out, another one of these Quillifer scopes, and this one's a 5x20, 5x25 by 56, and the other ones I've done with lower power, they've been super clear and just, I think really good stuff for the money. So
This is
far,
another company importing Chinese scopes.
huh?
This is like a D&T Optics or some of those other guys are doing.
Well, you try to find a scope that's not imported from somewhere.
No,
The glass, yeah.
I'm not knocking
Yeah,
it. I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying. But yeah, they're a new
I'm all
company.
for it.
Yeah, they're a newer company, and I remember when I first started out with Arc, and the same way their stuff was being all shipped in from overseas, and
Still is. Yeah.
so. But yeah, they're so far it's been good stuff. I want to keep putting it some tests and stuff. But yeah, they're pretty decent. And anyway, see, we got a couple more videos coming up. I got shout out my buddy. He's been on my show before. Justin over at Fuel and Firepower. He's got an air gun channel, and that dude, we've been trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers, and he went from about 600 to like 5,000 subscribers, and just doing really good over there. And him and Rob, and then let's see, dang it, Rob's fishing, but he's got an air gun channel too. Anyway, they got a challenge target out, and anyway, so I'm gonna be shooting that with my Daisy 499B, and but yeah, I just got a lot more fun stuff lined up, and anyway, I sure appreciate y'all being on here, and thank you, Tread, for sharing my channel out there. Appreciate that. We got Guns Burn Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. If you ain't doing anything, come by and visit us. We'd love to have you. Appreciate you. And who wants to go next?
I'll go to the bottom. I'm on the bottom, so I'll go.
All righty.
We got Wad Cutter Wednesday coming up on Wednesday. We got a couple of RWS brands coming up, and then I've got a whole bunch of pellets that have came in that I'm going to be trying to video Sunday, maybe if I get a chance. There's supposed to be cowboy shoot in the morning, but they're predicting rain and stuff. And I ain't even going to try. I can take cold, wind, and heat, but I can't take the rain. So
I got you.
I'm staying at home.
I feel you. Yeah.
So that's what I got coming up.
Well, thank y'all both for being here. We appreciate y'all more than you know, as well as all of you guys on the panel and the side chat. I like that, Mr. Pollard. David used 45 caliber.
Yeah, so that was great.
I thought somebody was going to say 270. But
That would be walks.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what you got coming up, brother?
What I got coming up tomorrow is another day of our wonderful $5 sushi sale.
Woo.
Please, everybody, stay away. We between two of us, we couldn't even keep up today, and I'm sure tomorrow being Valentine's Day, it's going to be even worse. But hey, that's part of the drill, and that's why they pay us the big bucks, right? Other than that, I'm going to. I really got to sit down and become more familiarized with my presses because I've got them all configured in different ways. And you get going on one and you move to another just because you don't have to change tool heads or anything like that. Just move over to another press. And now this one's rotating backwards and, but it's going to be a learning curve again. But it always is when you take a couple of months off. Thanks, Tread. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody in the side chat. Glad y'all were here. Guys, I appreciate you having me. That's all I've got. Rock on. Keep going.
Mr. Walter, what you got coming up, brother?
Well, first of all, thanks as always for the invitation to be here and participate and get a chance to interact with the folks over there in the side chat. It's a big deal for me here on Friday night. I really need to be here. And so I'm happy about that. Man. So coming up, we got kind of more of the same over at the Viejo channel. We've got Moldy Monday coming up. I thought I'd be done with that by now, but I keep buying new molds all the time. Somebody stop me. And so we got an interesting Moldy Monday coming. And we got Wad Cutter Wednesday is going to be kind of a funny looking wad cutter from Seiko. It doesn't look like a wad cutter, but they claim it is. So we'll put that one up. And we're not too far away from the end of Wad Cutter Wednesday. I got about 10 more to go. And then I've got a Free the Few on Friday and Saturday shots on YouTube and rain all week. So I got plenty of time to get in and clean guns and dies and presses and all that kind of stuff we're going to be doing here indoors. It's going to be an indoor week, it looks like. So that's what we got coming up over here. So again, thanks for the participation in the friendship and the brotherhood and the ministry and everything else that we get here. Oh, and I've been talking about guns too. We do that sometimes.
Every now and then.
Thanks for being here, Walter. We appreciate you, brother. Rebel, what you got coming up this week?
Let's see. Tomorrow I go visit my granddaughter and wish her a sweet Valentine's Day wish, and hopefully I can squat down on the floor and play with her. I'm expecting my second granddaughter anytime now. Hopefully it'll be born on my birthday or near my birthday, which is at the end of the month. So praying for that and praying that my daughter's water doesn't break while I'm over there visiting the granddaughter. So she's big pregnant. Yeah. They just lost a dear member of their family, of their husband's family, and I went to the funeral, and I hadn't seen my daughter in a couple months and just talked to her on the phone, and I didn't realize how poochy she was. And I was like, honey, you pooching out there pretty good. She said, 2 weeks, Pop, 2 weeks. That's what they're predicting. And I was like, oh, crap. Yeah. So anyway, I'll be a grandpa twice, and that's the most glorious thing you can be, as Jamie can attest to, is granddaddy. I love it. Papaw, as it's called here. But as far as guns go, I mentioned I had a precision rifle that wasn't so precision and needed a little bit of work. I got to get that fixed. I got another rifle being built that's in the works. It's going to be a beautiful little walking varminter and triple deuce. As soon as the barrel's ready, it's supposed to be ready this month from Krieger. And going to be bored with a match chamber. It's 1 in 12 twists. So I can shoot 53 grain VMAXs with no problem. So enjoyed being here. Always enjoyed being here. My wife always either picks up supper or gets something ready early. And she said, "You got your thing tonight?" I was like, "Yep, I got my thing tonight."
Not the thing.
And the thing. And that thing is y'all. And I appreciate the side chat. I appreciate Jamie inviting me. I love being a part of this. It's fun. It's fun being around other gun guys and guys that appreciate the smell of gunpowder. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope I have a good next week of business. I got a $900 gas bill to pay. So, woo! Yay. Yeah, Bama Dad, it's to you. Quasimodo, it's up to you. It's to you.
That's who I feel like.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I feel like. Come on down to Alabama and I'll give you a ride on a bell.
Yeah, I hear you.
All I got planned is getting better. I'm not even supposed to go out of the house if the sun's shining, so I'm kind of under quarantine for 2 to 4 weeks. So I'm just getting over that, but hey, that gives me more time to play with my presses and my guns and that kind of stuff. We're going to see how good I can carve this week. So I'm going to try to make a precision rifle stock look pretty.
There you go.
Because, they just aren't unless you got one of those that I can't afford.
Yeah.
And I don't have one of those that I can't
They kind of
afford.
get uglier the more expensive they get, though.
Yeah.
Some
The
of them
chassis.
do, but
Except for the Wooks. The Wooks are pretty good looking, but most of them chassis style they get uglier.
Do y'all know Whoops is made here in Hickory, North
Yeah,
Carolina?
they know. They're right there near you.
Yeah.
that's why they got such pretty wood in them. That's definitely why. Although I don't think they make one out of hickory.
No, they make them out of walnut and stuff like that.
But I'm gonna try to get some tiger maple slabs on the front on the forestocks of that gun and see how I like that. We'll see. It might, like I said, I may be making a bunch of tiger maple toothpicks.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you, brother. Hillbilly,
Enjoy
you
it.
already went, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
CW, me and you left, brother. What you got coming up this week?
I've got 3 videos coming. Another 44 special, another 1022, and a surprise. And hopefully I can get to the range this week. They're calling for some temperatures in the 40s, which are going to be pretty nice for us.
Yeah, have you done a
must be
video of that
warming
new
up.
rifle yet?
On what?
Have you done a video of that new rifle yet?
Which new rifle?
The one you bought from Uncle Bob.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
What was it? A 7 PRC?
6.5.
6.5 PRC.
That's a sour and shown model
That is
100 Cherokee.
That's a pretty rifle.
It feels really good in the hand. It's really nice. Nice trigger. Shoots really good. It's a nice rifle. Yeah, that one's been done, been videoed. I don't know if it's posted yet, but yes, it's been videoed, been shot. Yeah, I did one. There's more coming. I did one with a 160 grain round nose.
Yeah, I think you mentioned you
It's a short one. It's like 6
had
minutes.
another video coming.
Yeah,
So
there's more coming. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I like that rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's why I bought it. It's I mean, I got the 6506 that's absolutely duplicate ballistics, but it's such a nice rifle. But it gives me options with that 6506 if I want to rebarrel it or I want to rebore it or I want to do something. It gives me some options. Still fill in the slot with that ballistics. So yeah, and I got more coming up. So we got I got videos out almost to the end of March. So got a lot coming. Still staying busy. Made another video today. Working on another one I started tonight just before I sat down. So we got more stuff coming. Thanks everybody. Good side chat tonight. Really good conversations. Really good banter back and forth. And for just a small topic, 45, it went pretty well. Went pretty good. We had a good chat.
You guys got me into it. I love your videos.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to thank the panel. You guys are awesome. Y'all make it possible for us to do what we do. Thank you to the side chat, because if it weren't for you, this would be a Google Meet. So
Yeah.
there's that. And we leave you with this. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. We hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good. We love you and there ain't nothing you can do about it. And if he's willing, we'll see you next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.
God bless
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.